welcome to Mr. Love Tarot, everyone that is new as well. I hope you're all okay and that you've had a really good week. I was going to say mint then, but that was a bit of a northern word. Hope you're all right. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to open up the expanse and do what is it that you need to know about your love life. Now, this is a really good question, because what it does is it opens up expanse to what the cards say, to what spirits say, and it's kind of direct channeling of your energy. Now, often when I read for my friends or when I read for you lot in private readings, we will often do what it is that you need to know. Sometimes there's stuff you need to know that you can't currently see, and it's always such a beautiful question to ask. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to pick your Lenormand first and foremost, and then we will go on to tarot. So deck number 1, and let's turn you that way. Deck number 2, these are your little Lenormand deck, the most sexy word in the world, Lenormand. So go to the deck that you were drawn to, the cards you were drawn to even. When you get drawn to that deck, feel the energy of your person and your energy, and can you imagine pushing it into the deck? If you can't imagine it, just visualize like a pink colour or a green colour going to the Lenormand that you are most drawn to, number 1, number 2, and I have got tarot as well that we're going to do. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do Lenormand number 1. Numero 1. Okay, let's go. So can you tell me what it is that deck number 1 needs to know about them and their person and their relationship or their connection with this person? So we'll just start off with that, and then we will go into the tarot. What do they need to know? What do deck number 1 need to know about their person? So I've got a really old song. Well, it's not really old, but I think it was from the 90s, that Crazy for You, and there's nothing that I won't do. I can't sing. You wouldn't believe my mum used to be a professional singer, would you? Terrible singer. Sound like a drowned rat. What do they need to know about their person and their connection? 1, 2, 3. What do they need to know? Okay, 4, 5. So we're just going to do the 5 Lenormand for deck number 1, and then I will go on and do your tarot. So what's happening at the moment with you and your person? There seems to be a few blocks in the way of this relationship progressing. So you have all this kind of success coming forward, that this guy is something that can work out between the two of you, that this is a connection that is very deep, it's very intense, it's very kind of magical, spirit is saying. It's very magical connection between the two of you, but you have these blocks that are kind of stopping it progressing. Now, these blocks are very much earthly blocks, spirit is saying, so it could be circumstances that are stopping you two being together, money, other people, whatever the individual circumstances are, there are these blocks that are kind of getting in the way of your success, okay? But with that, there is also this need for you to know that it is temporary. So this isn't something that is going to last. This is something that is very much in the present moment. These blocks are kind of getting in the way of things progressing forward. But you have the key to this. You have the key to bring this relationship forward into your favour. So we look from there and we go to bouquet. So we go from key to bouquet. So this is saying that you've got the success to get it what you want from the situation. Bouquet often simulates gifts and, you know, present moments and things kind of happening in the here and now, but this gift coming forward, this bouquet coming forward. So what you have over here is this success of getting these gifts that it is that you want. So these blocks that you guys have are going to be put to the sideline as you gain this success of the connection between the two of you. Now, that being said, we also have a very strong sexual energy coming up between the two of you as well. Very strong sexual energy, very strong passionate energy. Sometimes this can lead to arguments going on between the both of you. Sometimes you guys do struggle to see one another's point of view on it, and you can only really see it from your perspective. And this can lead to this kind of passionate energy, but sometimes this passionate energy leads to explosions going on between the two of you, which is this kind of block energy coming up here. From there, there's also this frustration coming forward with you and your person, that when it comes to the emotional side of things, that you do feel that they do block the emotional side of things, that they act more, perhaps you guys don't really know where you stand with them, or you're unsure what's actually going on, and they act more on this kind of sexual side than the emotional side, but really there is this kind of passionate energy which is dictating it. So your success of your emotions kind of coming forward as well. this temperamental energy when it comes to the passion between the two of you, because you guys watching wanting them to open up about their emotions, your people are kind of blocked off to that, and you might be feeling that this connection is a little bit stagnant between the two of you. Okay, so let's just recap on that. This can work out between the two of you, but there are blocks. These blocks are bringing forward new gifts and present moments coming forward. Okay, so the success, once you kind of get rid of these blocks, you have this success of new gifts coming towards you. These gifts can sometimes be shown in a more of a sexual manner. That sexual manner can then lead to arguments as your person isn't expressing their emotions towards you, and therefore you can feel that the energy is blocked, and that's why you're feeling that you're stuck in this cycle. Okay, so that is your Lenormand. Now let's do your tarot. I'm just going to leave these guys out at the top so we can see what's going on. It's not a negative or anything like that. It's just an awareness of it all. You know, that they are perhaps acting more on a sexual energy because the passion is strong between you both. Sometimes they will act on a more sexual energy because when they talk about emotions, it means that they have to do stuff about the situation, and your person can sometimes block that. Okay, so let's just go into this deck number one. So this is your tarot deck that you picked unknowingly. Okay, think about your person for me. Can we get into their person's thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and thought processes? So that song that we got at the very start, like crazy for you, there's nothing that I won't do. Your person, as you can see from the Lenormand, they are kind of blocking their connection a little bit, but the energy between the two of you is very strong, very passionate. Potentially we're going to have a devil card scoop in on this tarot deck because it is that very strong sexual passionate energy which is linking the two of you together. So can you tell me, what do deck number one need to know about their connection with this person? What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to be aware of, deck number one? With their person, about the connection. Still has got that song going around. What do they need to know? So we have this kind of non-committal energy coming forward. Now that mixed with Rod from the Lenormand, we can see that the two of you are perhaps in this kind of crunch situation, you know, where it's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit hot, a little bit cold. But not really getting the commitment that you want from your person. But at the same time, you guys, some of you are kind of happy with that. You're like, okay, you know what, I'm all right with this situation as it stands at this moment in time, but as things progress, you are going to be wanting more from them. Now, it's important for you guys to note, Spirit saying, it's important to note that you can have this connection, and this connection, I've got hair on my eye, this connection can work between the two of you. Sorry, it's blinding me. This connection can work out between the two of you over here with the success, with the key kind of stepping forward, but you do have a few obstacles in the way. That being said, Spirit also saying that it's really important that you listen to your intuition. Some of you guys have been getting instincts or messages or gut feelings on things, and you've been disregarding it, you've been discounting it, and you haven't been acting on that intuition. And Spirit is saying it's really important that you do listen to your inner judgment, inner guidance that you are receiving yourself, okay? Because a lot of you, all of you are little mystics and psychics out there, and a lot of this information you already know yourself. It's just that your fears kind of amalgamate and get in the way. So you have this kind of need to be following your own intuition on it, looking at how these blocks are really getting in the way of you and your person, because you have got these blocks and you have got this non-commitment energy. So you have all of this kind of stepping forward of your person. They are making moves towards you, but as we said again, potentially it's coming forward on a more sexual basis than a romantic basis, which isn't at the moment. It might be okay with you guys, but actually as time progresses, you're going to be wanting a little bit more. And you can have it over here with your King of Cups, okay? So your person has got underlying emotions for you. I just got underneath it all by No Doubt, Gwen Stefani, No Doubt, underneath it all. Your person has got very strong feelings for you, very strong emotions for you. It's just that they do cover them up with this very kind of sexual, passionate energy. Reason for that is, you know, there's going to be stuff that kind of goes back to when they were younger or teenagers or kids, where they really felt that they couldn't be in a vulnerable position to open up about their emotions. So they blocked them off, you know, they blocked all those emotions off and decided that they were going to be this strong individual, you know, this powerful individual, very kind of emperor-based energy coming up. They wanted to be this power energy. So when it comes to emotions, they still have their wits about them, and they're still a bit like, well, until I get into a place where I'm ready to feel vulnerable, I am not going to talk about my emotions. And this is where your kind of crux is coming forward. So some of the blocks over here are because your person is at the moment emotionally switched off to connect to the connection, emotionally taking a step back from the connection, but moving forward with this kind of very strong sexual energy as well. Now, that being said, we have the Six of Swords as well. So your person might feel, you know, that they are distancing themselves from you, might be blowing a little bit hot, a little bit cold, as we already said. Again, please bear in mind with that your person has got these emotions for you. At the moment, they're trying to work out what it is that they want. And the best way for you guys to deal with that is to give them a bit of space and to give them a bit of time to actually realize what it is that they want. We wouldn't advise that you go chasing them and trying to put them into a corner, because what you will do is if you back them into that corner, they are going to get stuck in that corner and they will end up pushing you away. So if you are wanting them to open up to you about their emotions and about what's really happening rather than this sexual energy coming forward, your best bet will be to kind of take a little bit of a step back from the situation and let them do the chasing. Kind of comes back to the cavemen days, you know. We're never sexually orientated or gender specific on this channel, but you know, when it comes to cavemen, you always had the man that would go out and do the hunting and the chasing, and the woman that was at home who was the baby maker. And it kind of, this very strong alpha male energy is coming forward in your guys' reading. So with that, your person is going to want to be chasing the connection. They're going to want to be seeing what happens, keeping that excitement there with the connection. And if you kind of give them everything that you want, that you will end up backing them into a corner. So just be aware not to carry on chasing them. Give them a bit of space, and if you give them that space, they're going to want to open up to you about their emotions, because they're going to be wondering how it is that you are feeling. So from there, you know, even though they're kind of hiding away from these emotions, they are there. There is this emotional basis underneath the connection, underneath this sexual energy that is happening, underneath this non-committal energy. Let me just have a look at the outcome for you. The outcome of deck number 1. Yeah, so when they have had this kind of time alone, if you do take a step back from the situation and you let them do the groundwork, let them do the running, they're going to realise that they're actually a little bit lonely, and they actually really miss talking to you and miss the attention that you are giving them. And once they miss that attention, they're going to come towards you, and with this, you know, even though they're kind of be erring with the side of caution a little bit with the Knight of Wands energy, they're going to come towards you and start to talk to you about where this is going and if there is a future between the two of you. Okay, so yes, it's non-committal. Yes, the sexual energy is overtaking the emotional energy at this moment in time, but it is only temporary. Spirit's saying it is temporary. So once these blocks can be overcome, and these blocks are to do with your person shying away from their emotions, not wanting to feel vulnerable with the connection, kind of hiding away from all of that. Once they have removed these blocks, and this situation can move towards this Ace of Pentacles energy, this new beginning. But they are going to need a little bit of time away from this, okay? So they just need to get their thoughts into perspective. If you give them space, you will get more from this connection. The less you give this person, the more you will get from them. And this is when this emotional communication about emotions can come forward, and you can have your successful emotional conversations, which is going to be taking away the sexual energy between the two of you, therefore taking away the blocks. And even though the chemistry is great, and you still want to keep that emotional and sexual, even though you want to keep that sexual energy, if you start withdrawing what it is that they want, Spirit saying if you start withdrawing what it is that they want, which is your constant attention, they're going to start chasing you to talk to you about how they're feeling, what they want from the situation, and where it's going. And from there, you're going to be in a position of power to tell them what it is that you want. And that is step number 1. Okay, guys, have a really phenomenal week. I am going away. I am away in October from... when we're going. I'm going from October the 8th to the 18th. I will pre-record a public for you guys so that you can get it in time. But if you need me, my spaces are quite limited at this moment, so just give me a shout, okay? Yeah, because my out of office is going to be on that week. I won't be there. Okay, guys. Right, sending lots of love to deck number 1. I will speak to you soon. God bless, angels. Bye. Okay, beauties, deck number 2. So what we're going to do, as we did with deck number 1, is we're just going to start off with the Lenormand, just to get us an overview of what it is that you need to know about the situation, about you and your person, about what's happening, and then we will go on and do the tarot as well. So can you tell me, please, what it is that deck number 2 needs to know about their person? What do they need to know about their person? Or the connection? What is it that they need to be aware of? Oh, interesting. You've kind of got the same cards as deck number 1. Okay, completely different tarot deck. 3, no, Lenormand deck. This isn't even tarot. Okay. So, deck number 2, what is going on with you and your person? So, my choker keeps spinning around. So, first off, we have lilies and mountains. So, this is saying over here that there is a block to the peace that is happening with you and your person. You are wanting to be in a stable position, you are wanting to be in a secure position, you are wanting to be in a place of harmony. And every time you try and take 2 steps forward, there seems to be a block in the way. This massive mountain keeps on getting in the way. So every time you're taking 2 steps forward, you might feel that you are taking 3 steps backward and you're not really sure what is going on, what's happening, and what your person is doing. Are they, you're worrying, are they playing you? Are they not interested in you? Are they interested in you? Because they're giving you quite mixed messages. So this place of harmony is getting a little bit, Spirit saying, strained, okay? It's getting quite a strained connection between the 2 of you. I just got Ronan Keating roller coaster as that was happening. So you guys are going to be feeling at the moment that you're not sure what to do. You're like, do I stay put? Do I move forward? What direction do I go in? What pathway can I take? But every time that you get to this point, and you get to this point of making these choices and decisions, your person kind of reels you back in, either energetically or physically. And then you kind of go back to square one and you think, what's actually going on? I just want this peace. I want this harmony. I'm ready for this connection to work out. I'm trying to make choices on it, but I'm getting reeled back in because my emotions are still really strong for this person, or my emotions are strong. So you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit confused, and a little bit unsure what pathway you're taking. Now, your person, when it comes to them and their energy, they're quite a strong, dominant individual. And sometimes with that, you feel that there is no manoeuvring around them. So these roadblocks that are kind of getting in the way, you are feeling that you can't manoeuvre around them. You're thinking it's either going to be their way or the highway. And I just got My Way or the Highway by Limp Bizkit. I haven't heard that song in years. My way or the highway. So you're feeling that there are these blocks with your person because they're not being very movable around the connection at the moment. And you guys are wondering why. You're thinking, what is it? Why are they acting like this? What have I done? What should be going on? What's the actual specifics of the situation? And you're feeling that there is this sense of they aren't being honest with you. So you're either going to be worrying that they're lying to you, or that they're lying to themselves. Now, the majority of it is them lying to themselves, but some of you guys are a little bit worried about if they are lying to you. And the reason for that, again, is because this energy that's coming forward is that they're not manoeuvring around you. They know what you want from the connection. They are aware of what you want from the connection, but they are just kind of really standing as this block in the way. Like we said, every time that you decide to make a choice on it, you're feeling like you're moving forward, and then they reel you back in and you get stuck. You're feeling quite stuck with the situation. Very kind of hanged man energy coming forward. Just had a clairvoyant image of snakes and ladders as well. How you're kind of going up. I'll leave that one on the floor. Go bend down, pick it up. You're feeling like you're going up the ladder, down the snake. You're not really sure what is going on here with the connection between the 2 of you because your person appears to be blocking it. Okay, so let's go do your tarot. And we'll see if there's a way that you can shift this massive block. Okay, so deck number 2's energy. Think about your person for me. Can you get into their person's thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and thought processes, and or possibilities, probabilities, life choices, chances, and changes of deck number 2's people, please. Okay, my guy just said we're going to do 3 more. I just got a song, another song for you. It's like a playlist of songs for deck number 2 today. Do you remember this one? Candle in the Wind by Elton John. Seems to me that you lived your life like a candle in the wind. I don't actually know the lyrics for that. I just remember it from Princess Diana's funeral. Was it Princess Diana's funeral? I was really young then. Okay, can you tell me, please, what is it that deck number 2 needs to know about their situation with their person? What is it that they can't currently see that they need to be aware of? Okay. So if you guys have walked away from the situation or are contemplating walking away from the situation, wherever you actually are with your person and this feeling of these fears and being stuck, you do have a victory that kind of comes from it. So even though it's dark at the moment, I just got another song for you. I just got Florence and the Machine, Darkest Before the Dawn. I can't remember what the actual song is called, but the one that says it's always darkest before the dawn. So even though you are feeling that it's this kind of dark place at the moment and you're debating walking away, you're debating your choices, or you have walked away, you kind of have a victory that comes from that. Okay, now the reason why is because once you took a step back from the situation, 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords, ish, okay? Once you have took a step back from the situation and decided that, you know, either they've thrown the towel in, you're throwing the towel in, whatever choices it is that you make, your person, like we said with the Lenormand, is going to try and reel you back in. Now, when they do try and reel you back in, it's really important that you break the cycle with them, okay? So you guys have been going on like a constant, I just saw a record spinning, a constant loop, constantly pressing repeat on the play button. So when they do start to reel you back in this time and telling you what it is that you want, please pay attention to their actions and not their words. You are going to be more in control of this situation than you have been before, okay? Reason for that is because when you guys are having time out from one another, your person is really going to realise how much they miss you and how much they love you. So you have your 2 of Cups over here. I love this one with the little doggies on it. It's this unconditional love element coming forward. It's possible that this is a twin flame connection as well. So with the twin flame connections, as I say, you know, we talk about the helixes waving in and out of each other's lives. You will waver in and out of each other's lives. So if you have stepped away from the situation or contemplating walking away from it, your person will still come back towards you, but this time they are going to make a little bit more of an effort than they have done before. You guys have been having a lot of fears over the situation, potentially a few nightmares, physical nightmares going on. Your person has as well. They do know that they love you. They do know that they have these emotions for you, but they're feeling a little bit unstable with regard to the situation right now. And through that instability, they are not giving you what it is that you want from the connection. So what you guys are doing at the moment is contemplating your choices. What's right for you? Do you love this person as much as you love yourself? And this is where your crux of it is, and this is where you're feeling quite pickled by it all. You don't have to rush to make any choices. You don't have to rush to make any decisions. You don't even have to walk away from this connection. It's just your strongest mutual energy at the moment is talking about taking some time out. And that's how we would see it, you know. We wouldn't say it's done and dusted forever. It's just having a little bit of breathing space, having a little bit of downtime from the situation. Because if you do that, then you have your 6 of Wands over here. You have your victory. Okay, on this bottle it says break fast, well it says breakfast and champs, but with this it's saying break the fast. Okay, so even if you guys are not in contact at the moment or you're debating this walking away, you are going to be breaking the fast that is happening between the two of you. So distance, space, whatever, breaking that up. And with the champs, that's talking about having your champagne. Okay, so the connection is going to re-establish between the two of you, and it's going to re-establish in a way that is going to be less toxic and more in your favor. Okay, just see it as a bit of breathing space. Spirit is saying see it as dormant, going into a bit of hibernation for the time being. It needs to hibernate. This relationship is like, needs to hibernate so you guys can realise what it is that you want. You guys need to work out what you want, because at the moment you really do want your person. But as time progresses, and if you're thinking that the cycle is going to repeat, you are going to be the one that needs to call the shots, and you need to be in a very, very strong position to do that, because like we said, your person is going to try and reel you back in. So we need to get you into that very strong, dominant Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy, that passionate, fiery, feisty, sassy, sexy, powerful energy, rather than the Queen of Cups, who's all love me, need me, be with me. you know, into that strong position, and you will be the one that's calling the shots. And if you can call the shots, this has got more likelihood of these blocks breaking down. Anywhere that you're feeling that they've kind of been deceiving you or lying to themselves about the situation, this will fade away. But you need to put this kind of groundwork into it, okay? So we have this kind of fear-based energy coming up with you guys. So everything that I'm kind of talking about, this is like your worst fears, your worries, your concerns. You're like, oh God, I don't know if I can do it. With this card, what we would recommend is if you put it under your pillow, if you have a 9 of swords, put it under your pillow at night, but turn it upside down so you're sleeping with it like this. If you sleep with it this way, you're going to end up with a bunch of nightmares. If you flip it like this, sleep with it under your pillow, it's going to start easing any of these worries and concerns that you have, all of this fear-based energy. Please don't think the worst of the situation. Please don't think, oh my God, it's done and dusted and it's over for good. It's temporary. You know, Spirit, I keep reiterating in my right ear, they keep saying it's temporary, it's temporary. And you have this breaking of the fast. You have this breaking of the lack of the space between the two of you as you reconnect and reestablish. Your person, when you do reconnect and reestablish, is actually going to start opening up to you about their emotions, which they haven't 100% before, because they need this time to miss you. Once they realize that they miss you, this connection is going to boom, okay? And it's going to go through a massive energy surge and head in the right direction for you. So any of these blocks that have been kind of coming up because you're not quite sure of this person's behavior and what they're doing, and you wanting your peace and harmony, any of these blocks that are coming up are going to start fading away, okay? So from where you have been with your person, where this kind of sense of, oh, are they telling me the truth? What's actually going on? Why aren't they giving me what I want? This will then fade away as we link full circle and you get your peace and harmony. Okay, so yeah, the connection will come back round. It's not all hope is lost. It's not all, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. You are very, very strong, independent people. Please remember that. You know, you have, I always love when spirits say this to me, and they've just said it. Remember that you are not a human having a spiritual experience. You're a spirit having a human experience. And when you think in that mind frame, you've got all the universal tools and techniques you need to bring everything forward. If you want manifesting plans doing to bring this situation around, just give me a shout. We do manifesting plans, past life readings, life purpose readings. All the details are on the website. You can go and find it. Even if you have stepped away from this connection, it will reestablish, it will rebond, and it will reconnect. And any of these blocks that are stopping this working at this moment in time, with a bit of time and a bit of space, this connection can reestablish and it can head in the right direction for you. But you got to get into that power. Self-love is key to that. I know it always sounds a bit cliche when I say self-love, but it's true. The more energy that you put into yourself, the better it's going to be. Neville Goddard said everything is you inside out, and he was this big manifestation guru. And what he means by that is the outside world that you see is a reflection of your inside world. Like everything in your world is what you have worked towards. Your house, your tarot cards, your absolutely everything. It's who you are as a person, okay? It's what you bring into your world. Now, if you're focusing on lack of your person being in your life, you are going to create more lack. So it's really important that you start finding that wholeness, and that wholeness will come from within. You know, something really good to do would be affirmations. I am loved, I am complete, I am whole, I am one, I am aware separation is an illusion. Anything that is really kind of positive vibration, sending those affirmations out. I am is the highest frequency as well, rather than I have. I am, highest frequency you can get, and it will start to breach that gap on the lack that is being created in your life with this person. The more you center and do those affirmations and self-love, the more it's going to reflect on you, and your outside world will start reflecting your inside world. Okay, the more you focus on lack, the more lack you will create. Lack is very negative, like the word debt. When people say to me, oh, I've got debt, I'm like, oh, do not say that word. Because debt is such a negative frequency. All you're going to be doing is creating more debt. So the best thing to do is call it past expenditure. Dear universe, what energy, space, consciousness, magic and miracles can I be to pay off all past expenditure as if by magic and with total ease? If you're after clearing debt, there's a quote in there for you. So yeah, it will come back round. It will come full circle. It's kind of, yeah, it's not easy for you guys at the moment. There's a very kind of heavy feeling on my heart. But the overall thing is, with this space and this time and this missing energy, this longing, this yearning, this will come back round. And when it comes back round, you need to be in that position to say what you want. And when you say what you want, your person is either going to meet you in the middle and say, okay, yeah, you know what, Betty, Nora, whoever your name is, that is completely fine. I will meet you in the middle. And if not, then you get to decide what it is that you want. But you will be breaking out the choices, the crossroads cards on the floor. You will be breaking out of that crossroad energy and breaking away from the blocks to progress the situation forward. Okay, and that is deck number 2. So I am away in October for a week. If you need me, please get in touch before I go. I have got the London Tarot Conference, and then I am going to be visiting family in Poland. So let me know if you do need me before I go. I'm sending tons of love to you all. Look after yourself, and I will speak to you soon, my angels. God bless. Bye.